Okay, so I'm back. I've trimmed it up. So here's what it looks like now. This is the front, obviously. So a couple of points here. So there is this lip around the top. This part right here was actually kind of a big deal to try to figure out the right amount to cut off. So it's cut off till it's basically just the wall on the side, just the sidewall coming back. I had a little, cut back into there to maybe stiffen it up a little bit. End up cutting my ears way too much because that's right about where your ears kind of go in. This flap on the back, these little flaps that connect the back inside the front, that's how much I've cut them off. If I change it, I'll do more. The bottom, that's what I've got right now. There's kind of a little lip. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. If it's going to have to be cut off more or not. Let me show you the back. Here is the back at the moment. You can see it's all cut out even there. This part is still thick here along the sides. Everything on the side is flush cut in. I don't know how easy that is to see, but it basically just goes here and then straight back along the sidewall. This side, it goes over and it doesn't go back because the resin isn't filled in there as much. One thing that I did have to do quite a bit on the back is cut out a lot of this. There was a bunch of resin kind of pooled in the bottom of this, and I needed to cut that out to fit it on my head, which I didn't think I had a big head, but it just barely fits. Same thing goes for the front a little bit. I tried to cut out just a little bit around the nose, just to give it a little more space, and I needed to cut out some along the top and thin that top up because it was kind of hitting the top of my head. Let me give you just a rough idea let me show you how this fits together. Pretty much how you would expect. But you can see that little lip on the top actually goes inside, and then the ones on the side, the little tabs, go inside there. It's a pretty tight fit, but see the front goes on, and then it's actually easier to put at least I've found, because of the ears. Now I've got a little baklava that I can put on, so let's see. You can see that fits on there pretty tight. Not much room inside, but yeah, it'll work. Next steps are to put some little hooks on there. Since the top is so tight, I think I'm going to put the little clips on the sides just a little bit, so that instead of being right at the top like I've seen a lot of people do, I'm probably going to put them off to the sides just because I need every millimeter I can get on top. What I'm thinking about using for that is some wall hangers, like for hanging a picture on. Have some extra sitting around anyway. That should be able to do the amount of pressure, and I think I'm just gonna maybe try cutting a slit and putting them through the slit and having them kind of go back towards the front, and then that'll hook in there. I'll show that if I get it done. The other thing that I've been doing is I've been painting some of the little pieces. So these should fit, and I've had to cut the eyes out just right to get them to fit. So this is not just hey, cut it once and you're done. Like, you want to cut it kind of rough and then slowly slowly fit it in there. So you can see there's kind of what the eyes will look like. Obviously you gotta get them straight and all that, but trim the eyes. You've got neck bolts go on the side, and this little antenna, I guess they call it, that fits on the top. So I've primed those. Didn't really sand them too much because they were pulled straight from a form, so they should be good to go. I'll show more of painting later, and obviously when I do the head. But you can start to see, oh, it's starting to be the guy. It's starting to be him right there. Yeah, starting to look better. I'm gonna do a whole thing on. I've been working on the eyes, getting the wiring done for those. Really liking how that's coming along. Gonna use stuff there, but I'll walk through all that in a later video. So this is just mostly focusing on the head and fitting. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. I did cut out the mouth, trimmed a little bit from the inside around there, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. Sanded it just a little bit. I'm gonna need to sand it, I think, just a little all over to rough it up before I start painting it. But that's about it for sizing the head.